How's it going, everyone? It is Andre Williams, and we're going to be covering ChargePoint and Palantir. These are two stocks I have high conviction of, and I definitely do see a lot of upside potential. So what we're going to be doing, we're going to be doing the technical analysis for both so you're aware of those support and resistance areas and also have a good idea in regards to price action. Not only can you utilize swing trade opportunities, but this is also great for long-term investors. I believe in both of these stocks and they have a ton of upside. I think I said that already, but that just tells you how bullish I am about them. So actually, before we get into the technical analysis, let's take a look at what the analysts are saying for both of these stocks. So let's start with Palantir, and this is based on 7 analysts. So we have 14% that said, hey, it's a strong buy. We have another 14% that say it's a buy. We have 14% that's saying that it's a hold. Underperform is at 28%, and then a sell at 28%. On the low, we have a price of $15. We have an average price at $25.83, and then we have a high of $40. So that's what I'm saying. If you could take advantage and use that dollar cost averaging approach where you can take advantage of those dips and so forth and build out your position for medium to long term, then hey, take advantage of that. Or just please actually look into considering it, because I'm very bullish on this stock. Now, if we take a look at ChargePoint about what the analysts are saying, this is based on 4 analysts. So 4 analysts, 50% say it's a strong buy. We have 50% saying it's a buy. 0 hold, 0 underperform, and 0 sell. We also have a low of $39. We have an average of $42, and we have a high of $46. Again, this is why I have high conviction. So let's get into the technical analysis for both of these stocks, and I'll give you guys my final thoughts afterwards. All right, so we're going to be doing a technical analysis on Palantir. We talked about this stock already. I told you about this is a great long-term stock. So I'm going to be keeping you guys updated so you're aware and you know that you need to keep it on your radar or consider a position. So we can see the low of the day. We ended up having $21.05. Wow. Remember when we were talking about it, I was like, hey, somewhere in that $23 range, you can't go wrong. Well, it's pulled back even further. And I definitely, since I have high conviction, these are great deals to get it at. If we take a look at what the high of the day was, it was at $22.80. So we definitely have some resistance area here at $22.75. If we go even further down, we also have a resistance area that's very clear here around $22.60. And that's actually where it's at right now in after hours at the time of this recording. So now what we want to take a look at is how it's been looking like for the past 5 trading days, right? So as we can see right here, we already know if Palantir can get past this particular area of $22.80, we can see a strong move going to 23 and then a strong move going up, as you can see, once we pass here at 23.18, reclaiming back into the 23.40 and then touch on the 23.60 and go on and so forth. Like I said, I have high conviction. The current price, especially if we take a look at the 5-day, 5-minute, if we take a look at the RSI, it's around fair. It's right at 53.91. So we already know at 50, that's fair value. So if there's any downward pressure, what we need to take a look at now is a 3-month, 1-day chart. So by taking a look at the 3-month, as we can see over here, it's done a great job up until this point, which we are already aware of, where it broke the trend here on that 21-day, and it's definitely been beaten down. We had the correction and so forth, and it's also ended up breaking through the 100-day as well. So at this point right here, I'm definitely seeing some potential of a downward movement, of course, if the market pulls back even further, so you could take advantage of. Okay, so what this means is if you see it, let's say down here at this $20 level, this is not a bad idea. I'm telling you guys that right now. If you can get it at 20, that's great. Hey, if it even ends up touching 19, that's a great area. One area to also take a look out for, which we know there's some support there, is right at 18. So if you see it at $18, Again, do not be surprised. There's another way you could add to your position. Like I said, this is long term. I definitely see some big things for this stock going forward. So you really can't go wrong with the current prices that we're seeing now, which is a big time discount. We can see that it reached a high of $45 over here. And if we take a look here where we have some solid candles, we have a resistance around 39. And the fact that it's at the price where it's at right now at $22.60, definitely a stock to keep on your radar or to consider long term. Doing a technical analysis for ChargePoint. We covered this stock recently and I was saying that I have high conviction for it. I do believe there's a lot more room for upside, and this stock has been beaten down and it's an opportunity to take advantage of. So let's take a look at how it did on the day. So we ended up seeing highs of $22.59. Of course, it didn't stay there that long, and we had a low of the day at $19.59. Once you see this for ChargePoint, this is definitely a buying opportunity right here to consider. We see that it bounced right off of this support, so we're going to call that $19.60 or $19.65. We also see an area of support here at that $20 level, which is doing a fairly good job right now at the moment, maintaining itself. So these are some support areas to take into consideration. So if it pulls back even a little bit more into these areas, these are definitely areas to consider adding. But like I said in the previous video, ChargePoint at the current prices where it's at is definitely a strong buy to actually consider. So from what we are seeing, again, it's continuing being beaten down. If we take a look at the 5-day, 5-minute chart, just like many other stocks, it's definitely been on a downward trend recently. So let me just go back and you guys can see this right here in regards to what is going on with ChargePoint. So it literally had a high over here at $25 back on March 22nd, and now it's down here testing around the $20 area, and also in after hours right now at $20.70. Now if we take a look quickly at the 3-month 1-day chart, we can see how much ChargePoint has broken through the trend. As you can see from the 21-day EMA, it's definitely just riding below that, and now it's literally riding on the 200-day. And if we take a look at the RSI down below, it's at 27.5. We already know anything under 30 is oversold. So again, this is a buying opportunity, but where's the next support level just in case it pulls back further and we're not surprised if it actually gets down there? The next level that I'd want to see hold, but we don't have strong support here, is at $18. And if it gets past that area, we could definitely see it getting close to around $16, or call that $16.50. So these are potential areas it could go. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but if it does go to these areas, it would be great to have some dry powder on the side to take advantage of this. But even so, even at this current price, I feel like ChargePoint is a great opportunity, especially if you're looking at it for medium to long-term goals. We've already seen it hit a high, almost hitting $50. So I definitely could see ChargePoint getting back into that 30 range this year, no doubt in my mind about it. So for my final thoughts, I am bullish on both of these stocks. I know you guys probably noticed that in the first portion of the segment, but if we take a look at ChargePoint here, we already know there's going to be a big demand for electrical vehicles. So I feel for as long as we're going to be needing electric vehicles and it's going to be a priority as the years go forward, then you should be considering to be having ChargePoint in your portfolio. In regards to Palantir, I see so much upside with this stock. The fact that they have a lot of attention, there's a lot of volume, there's a lot of demand. We already know even Kathy Woods from ARK Invest has a lot of high conviction for Palantir as well. I think when you take all of these things into consideration, we take a look at the price action. This is definitely another stock that you want to be looking at getting into a long-term portfolio, or maybe if you're looking for medium-term gains. If you want to use a strategy that I use, what I tend to do, whatever my position is, once I make 100%, I usually sell half so I can cover my costs, and then the rest is usually profit and I don't even touch it, especially when I have long-term conviction. That's the type of strategy that I'm going to be using with these two stocks. Just wanted to make sure that you guys are aware of that. But for the most part, again, I just see a lot of upside for both of these, especially for ChargePoint. I'm going to keep hammering this home, and I'm going to keep you guys updated and informed so you don't forget about it. Also want to put in the disclaimer, I'm not a financial advisor. This isn't financial advice. So just know when you do invest, you're doing it at your own risk. We'll talk soon.